Hello everybody and welcome back to Summer Night Swordcraft story, and hopefully we won't have recording issues just like the last episode. And if you're wondering why the video is frozen, don't worry about that. That's just me messing around with some of the emulator options during that. Because the speed, I changed the recording button so that wouldn't happen, but the speed would change to be slightly higher than normal. So I fixed it so that wouldn't occur after a while. So if the video freezes, that's because I'm changing an emulator setting, so the game would actually run just fine. You know, I'm kind of surprised how many views the first episode got. I didn't expect it to get any views, really, at all. And it got like, at this point it's got 20 views, and that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot to me. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying this, even though we had a bit of a rough start. But yes, our first opponent, Chavez. I need to record more for Friday. Jesus, I have so much to do. Well, I don't actually. I think it's a lot, but it really isn't that much, to be honest. You know, I'm kind of surprised about the quality. The quality actually looks pretty good. Oh yeah, what I also found out is that this game also came out in 2006, I believe. The original game came out in 2003. And Some Night Swordcraft Story 2 also came out during the same year. I guess it's because they were, translating the games, or had, got the right to translate the games, and then realized, oh crap, that the Game Boy Advance is going to become a depreciated system. We should release these games as soon as possible. Well, I'm going to say Legacy system, not depreciated, but I think they both work. But anyway, Chavez can be a bit difficult to beat. But if you have the drill, you can easily wear down his weapon's durability. You can break it and win the battle. And yeah, you'll get his blueprint for his weapon that he had there. It isn't as big as he had it, but it's still pretty big. Well, the weapon is literally called Chavez's sword, so it isn't that, it isn't called anything special. Okay, I used my Guardian Beast once, and that did nothing to your weapon, and it barely damaged you at all, alright? You're just a poor loser, Chavez. I like this tune. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm here, Bron. Thanks, Bron. I kind of want to say something, but I'm going to hold off on it. Finding a thumbnail for this game was kind of annoying because I was trying to find some official artwork, and I couldn't really find any official artwork that was in decent quality. All I could find was, the sugar picture, the picture of sugar, and I had to get a very small picture of the Summonite logo, put that in GIMP, and then put it over, make it bigger, put it over that picture so the title would be on it. I mean, I guess it sort of works, but it was pretty hard to find a thumbnail for this. Because what I do for thumbnails is I get an official artwork for the game, make sure it has the name title somewhere on it, and that's about it. I mean, I'm not surprised considering how old this game is, and the fact that it would be, you wouldn't expect good resolution artwork for this game to be out. They're probably, I mean, it'd probably be easier to find, like, well, I probably could find one if I searched for its Japanese name, but then the name would be in Japanese, not in English, so, eh. But if you have the chance, I'd recommend you give Summonite Swordcraft story a shot. And if you like the Tales game, Tales of games, you might like this one. It has a similar gameplay style to the older ones. I never really played any of the Tales of games, so I can't really give a good opinion on that. So, yeah. And Chavez's weapon is actually a pretty good weapon, to be honest. I use it for a lot of things. I think I use it for most of the battles after this one. Chavez's sword. Well, I see it. Chavez is. I think that's a grammar error. It should be Chavez and then a little apostrophe, and then just sword instead of Chavez's sword. Chavez sword. Do you still say it as Chavez's? Do you still say Chavez's sword, even though there isn't another S and just the apostrophe? You know, I never really paid attention to that. Huh. I should know this. I should have known the answer to that question, but I don't. To be honest, I don't do that. Well, English is not I would say is my worst? No, it isn't. When I say worst, I don't mean I get bad grades in it. I get really good grades. It's just it's usually one of the lowest of my grades. Most of the time, actually. That was changed in the previous year, which is usually the highest, but meh. Usually math and English are the lowest, but they're still pretty. They're actually incredibly high, but they're usually the lowest of my overall grades. There really is no point in exploring Van's Cape, as far as I know. I couldn't find it. I went. Well, in this episode, you'll see me go around the town, but I don't think I find anything real interesting there. So, yeah. Okay. Why do we need... Oh, what? Oh yeah, my antivirus is about to expire. I gotta buy a new version of it. Norton, great. Yes, I use Norton. I know there are better options out there, but I've just always had it, so I'd rather just stick with it. The thing is, it doesn't waste a lot of resources on my computer, considering how good my computer is. And I think they changed it so it's a bit more, it uses less processing power. But either way, I use it. It does what it's supposed to do. I'm sure there are better antivirus software out there, but like both of the computers I had just came with it, so it's better for us just to purchase a little thing, and it's better just to purchase, a simple renewal for the both of them. I'm sure it wouldn't be that difficult to buy a new antivirus, but I'll just stick with Norton. It's the one I've always had, so. Yeah, as far as I know, there's no point in exploring the town, so there really is no need to. There might be a secret item or something somewhere, but I don't know of it, so I'll just leave. Oh yeah, I think I may have mentioned that in the first episode. I forget if I had mentioned it or not. But this isn't the first game in the Summon Night series. I believe there were 3 or 2 other ones that had a different gameplay style to this. The Summon Night Swordcraft story series is similar to the Tales of games. Summon Night 5, I believe, which is coming out, is completely different than this one. And what I also found out is that there's a Summon Night game on the DS. So maybe I'll eventually do that, but I'm gonna have to play through the game myself. You can do something past me? Oh, I didn't notice that your character's head sprite actually moves. Oh. Well, yeah. What is it? Very dangerous looking man. Uh-huh. Yeah, I really don't want to sound him what happened to this guy. He just looks evil. And as we learned earlier, we've heard of weapons being sold for. Well, we learned about that weapon qualities. The weapons coming from this city have been lower in quality than usual. So I think that guy has something to do with it. I like how our character is just pretty much rejecting all of Sugar's advances. It's kind of funny. It's not an outright rejection, but more like ignoring. Anyway, let's create. We made Chavez's sword already. There's no real reason to make the iron saber. I believe it might be more powerful than Chavez's sword, but we don't really have a need to make it right now, as I want to make the drill. So it's extremely difficult for you to even make 10 iron sabers at this point in the game, so I don't think you would be able to even do that side quest. Well, not even a side quest, to even sell your weapons in the first place. So yeah. Anyway, the reason you want to have multiple weapons is so that in case you're battling an enemy and use up their ability of your weapon, you can switch to another weapon and use that instead. In Swordcraft Story 2, I don't believe there's ever a point in the game where you need to use one weapon only, unless it's in the very beginning where you only can make one weapon. So you can use as many weapons as you would. I don't know what I'm saying there, but anyway, I think I speed up here because I think after this point I speed up because there's no point in skipping every random battle. Well, in me cutting out every random battle because there's too much. But I do speed it up a little bit, so it goes by more quickly. Me going down the floors because it's just random battle after random battle, and there's no need for me to really show the enemies because the speed up shows them just fine. But I'm not holier than thou. Yeah, Jesus, Scenario, what's wrong? What did I do? I did nothing. Come on, Scenario. By the way, she goes that way, but you can't catch up with her, so I guess she just uses the teleporter that you find. Alright, yeah, here's the thing I was talking about last episode. If that was in the re-recording. See, I decided not to take it. See? I think that's supposed to change depending on what option you picked, but they messed up and it just says both of them. Anyway, speed up time. Unlike other speed ups, I guess I'll be talking to this. There's no point in me to stop talking, but I guess you guys can hear the battle theme, which I do like a little bit more. So I'll shut up now. Anyway, yeah, the video did that on its own. I think I didn't change the video size, I guess, during resolution. It was like a very small clip, so no real reason for me to go back and change that. Anyway, I show off this Chavez's weapon actually makes you move really slow. It does do a lot of damage though, but you can see there that I'm moving very slow. So if you raise your agility, you'll move much faster with that weapon. I didn't see a point in doing so I didn't. Apparently agility is a really good stat to increase in the second game, so I should really be focusing on defense since I use my drill a lot more. Because if I'm using my drill, then I'm breaking the boss's weapons, so I should be able to take more hits. Because I noticed that in the next tournament battle. I just realized 2 games I'm playing right now both have tournaments involved in their plot. Anyway, I cut back up here, considering there was no point in me showing the return trip or speeding that up. So yeah, there's an old man there. I don't talk to any of the NPCs in this town because I don't feel like they have really anything that interesting to say. Do I not craft the weapon? What happens here? What am I doing? Okay. Video. What did I do here? Ah, yes, I remember now. You don't actually. He doesn't. The event I'm thinking of happens. Doesn't happen yet. But yes, he refuses our refusal. Yeah. Yes. What? How about you do that? How the f do you know? I'm sure any weapon with like it's been made with haste if you look at it from like over 100 miles away. Jesus Christ, I know that's an exaggeration, but he's never been close to us to see any of our weapons. The only time he would have been able to see our weapons is during that fight with Chavez, and even then we destroyed his fucking weapon. I know the game doesn't take that into account, but still, I mean, come on. We destroyed his weapon. Jeez, the drill, it will pierce the heavens. So anyway, we find out who our next opponent is, and that's Kenon. Kenon. Oh yes, I forgot to mention the swords. The cursed swords or whatever they were, the floating swords, they drop a certain material, mystic ore, and that's a material you can use in crafting certain items that have elemental properties, I believe. You don't break them down yourself; they're automatically added to your materials list, so don't really worry about them. Yeah, we don't really know much about the Gold Guild at this point. This game came out originally in 2003, so it's not an early. It's like a mid Game Boy game, like mid during its the middle of its life cycle or lifespan, whatever. Well, this game came out in the US in 2006, so I can see why it wouldn't sell as well, because it didn't look as amazing as other Game Boy Advance games at the time. But the game looks alright, the music's good, the graphics are nice. So I don't think that would have really affected it that much, but at that point in time, in 2006, there have been a lot of Game Boy Advance games that had much better graphics than this. I mean, just look at Super Robot Wars J and that. I think graphics-wise, Summon Night Swordcraft Story 2 is a little bit better in terms of graphics, and that came out in 2006 too. So yeah, actually, after you do Forge the Drill, you can get another blueprint from Braun. I think I do show that off here, but I don't get anything in case I can't make the other drill later. I don't think that would have affected it that much, but I would have to make the weapon before he would let me make another drill type, so I'm missing a few materials there. I believe I'm catching up to where I was in my previous playthrough of this game on the channel. Where I stopped was where we had to save a family member of Braun, and right before you had to fight the boss in that area is where I stopped, I believe. And I think I actually did record past that, like beating the boss, but I never did anything with that recording, and it's lost at this point. Doesn't matter though. I'll equip the nano rotor and the novice drill, I believe, so I have 2 drills here. Yep, there we go. Drills also have a decent amount of durability too. So yeah, you can see here that you tell us to make another weapon, but yeah, I'm gonna quit Braun. So yeah, you're gonna want to prepare because there's gonna a boss fight that's gonna come up that is not related to the tournament, and you can break the guy's weapon to claim as your own. So it'll be fun, I guess. You didn't? No. I was gonna say, why didn't Scenario bother giving him his money back in the first place, but eh. This guy is oddly being not... This guy, to be, you know, to be the least suspicious, he just sell the weapons back. No problem, because he could easily get weapons from other apprentice craft knights, and this guy is being a bit too stubborn. So yep, we fight Vero right from the get-go. Anyway, just like the fight with Chavez, take out your drill and try to attack him while he's blocking. Because when he's blocking, you'll take out of a lot of his durability. As you can see right there, I took almost a quarter of it already. Him attacking you will also lower the durability of the weapon. So if you have a lot of health and he has like 5 to like is like 1 to 5 durability, then you just might want to let him pound on you for a little bit, like so his weapon can just break. I think I do that here a little bit, somewhat. In this fight here. Don't be afraid to block either, that will lower his durability as well. Any attack he does will lower his durability. Because you have 2 drill type weapons at this point, so there's really no point in being afraid of wasting durability during this battle. Because your opponent only has 1 weapon. He hurt us there, but he broke his weapon in the process, so we won! And we get his trident there, but supposedly it's not made by him, or he didn't make it. What's his name there? Is Vero there? So you suck. I like how he said relinquish those weapons. No need for that kind of vocabulary here, but I suppose it gets the point across. But heroes in RPGs use other people's weapons all the time. And they win. Yep, thanks. So, yep, now we gotta go fight our opponent in the tournament. And I don't think I actually show that off. Nah, not in this episode. So, I'll see you guys again next time, considering this video is gonna end soon. So, whenever we meet again, I'll see you guys again next time, whenever that is. That's much better, that flows off the tongue more easily than what I've said before. So, anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!